From turkeys to sharks, find out what it takes behind the scenes to put on the America's Hometown Thanksgiving Day Parade.
From the military to the trades, a local veteran is continuing to serve by supporting his hometown through his own business.
And we'll take you inside 2 local businesses that have similar keys to success.
Good morning, Plymouth South. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dalen Fay.
And I'm Andre Lucas Oliveira. Thousands of people converged on Plymouth over the weekend for the America's Hometown Thanksgiving Day Parade.
But less known is the group that spends months preparing and building the floats that everyone sees the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Panther TV's Charlie Walker got a behind-the-scenes look at what goes into putting on the show.
Almost 40 years, America has been celebrating Thanksgiving 1 week early with the annual America's Hometown Thanksgiving Day Parade. But who's the group behind all the floats and festivities? I talked to the parade director about the team of volunteers that works round the clock to help build and manage the floats for this year's parade. From sharks to a Washington Monument replica to the traditional turkey, it takes a village to help put together the floats that line the streets during the annual America's Hometown Thanksgiving Day Parade.
It's been quite a bit, and then we only got about 30 days left to finish it. So it's going to be interesting. Hopefully you'll see it going down the street.
Unlike most parades, Plymouth is unique, as all floats have to be historically relevant. So while Snoopy might not make an appearance in Plymouth, parade goers instead view floats designed to recognize important milestones in American culture.
It's a historical parade, so we just try to tell the history of America. So this, anything anniversary, we try to highlight it. This is Jaws' 50th anniversary, that's why we're highlighting it. We have 250th anniversary of the Army, Navy, Marines, we're going to highlight that this year. There's a lot of different things we do, but we do always in mind of telling the American pilgrimage, if you might, of the whole story of what is, how America became what it is today.
For the volunteers who dedicate their time to the floats, the most important thing is the community that they foster and seeing their hard work pay off.
A great group of people. It's a fabulous group. Some of us meet for breakfast once in a while, and everybody just has a lot of fun doing what we're doing. And it's a hoot.
For parade organizers, the pride of seeing their efforts pay off and the knowledge of the families that they impact every year is the biggest reward for the time they volunteer.
Holiday village down at the waterfront, there's food, there's music, there's so much. So obviously it's something that we all as a community can partake in and just enjoy the day and make it the way I make it is become a tradition now. I mean, my families have become a tradition to many families where actually some of them will celebrate Thanksgiving on the Saturday before because our parade's the Saturday before, which is kind of good. So it gets family together, and that's why we just want people to come out and just enjoy it.
For those of you who couldn't make it out to the Thanksgiving Day Parade this year, there's always next year. And of course, the team here is always looking for new volunteers and fresh faces. Reporting from the Parade Float Barn for Panther TV, I'm Charlie Walker.
While we are looking forward to spending time with friends and family over the Thanksgiving Day holiday, November is also the month we honor our veterans.
Veterans are known for strength and discipline, and one Plymouth South grad is showing how those values can build something amazing right here at home. Here's Hilda Schmidt with the story.
After years of serving for our country, this Plymouth South graduate is serving our community in a different way. He's taking the skills he's learned from the military and applying them to his veteran-owned business. Stevie Keith once wore a uniform for his country, and now he suits up every day for his community. He has transformed his military experience into a thriving business that continues to serve others. But before running Keith Brothers, he was a student, just like us.
Grew up in Plymouth. I'm from Plymouth. I went to the marketing program at Plymouth South High School. Upon graduation, I went to Norwich University, the Military College of Vermont, where I got an education in military science. When I graduated, I took an active duty commission in the United States Army as a second lieutenant. And then from there, I went on active duty and traveled around the world, from Afghanistan to the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine to the COVID-19 relief mission for New York City.
After returning home, Keith turned his leadership experience into a business built on integrity and attention to detail. He says the military taught him lessons that guide his company's values every day.
It's about timeliness and it's about attention to detail. If we can do the job, have the craftsmanship, and communicate well, that's what's going to get you over the finish line to get sales and to do the work and to build a good reputation. And those are like the most important things in the military. If you can show up on time and wear the right uniform, it's 90% of it. You might even make it to general someday.
That sense of loyalty doesn't just stay within the company. It extends to the community. Stevie says being a veteran-owned business means more than just a title. It's a responsibility to serve others.
Being a veteran-owned business, it's just a badge of pride you can stand behind. It lets our customers know up front what we're all about and that we care about our community.
One way Keith Brothers gives back to the community is through the 5-Gallon Challenge Foundation, a local nonprofit Stevie started to fight hunger in Plymouth and surrounding towns.
So the 5-Gallon Challenge was born out of necessity. So in 6 weeks, we threw together the 5-Gallon Challenge for Hunger. It's basically you take a 5-gallon bucket, you fill it up, drop it off. It's easy. It's low cost, high impact. We did 9,000 pounds of food in less than 6 weeks. This year, we're shooting for 30,000 pounds of food. In this business, you need to rise to meet the moment, and there's so many individuals, businesses, nonprofits that are stepping up to meet the challenge, and I'm just happy to do my part.
From the military to the trades, this veteran shows that discipline, teamwork, and service can make an impact anywhere, even right here at home. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Haley Schmidt.
Thanks, Haley. Our school would not be kept in order without all the custodial staff that we have here at Plymouth South.
One of our groundskeepers, Ryan Williams, has overcome many obstacles during his time here. Here's Logan Kavicki with the story.
Groundsman Ryan Williams has seemingly faced it all. From being diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, going through a divorce, training to fight professionally, all while being a dad, his story is one of importance. I had the opportunity to sit down and talk to him about all he went through and what got him through it. Ryan Williams' story with Plymouth Public Schools begins 8 years ago.
Started on second shift at North High School. So I hung out there for a couple of years. Then I was lucky enough to get the head custodian position at South Elementary School. So I was there for about 3 years. I was there through COVID. And then that's when things fell apart at home and I transferred to South.
Even as he battled health issues and life seemed to crumble in front of him, Ryan's commitment to our school system never fell. But not long ago, his life was nothing but medicine, chemotherapy, and attempting to keep his composure. Ryan accounts the day he was told he had cancer and says it started a whole new journey.
Say about 4 years ago, it was probably just after COVID. We're kind of getting back to normal, going through some marital problems. Within all of that, I got cancer, stage 4 colon cancer, metastatic, going into my liver. The night I went in, I was told if I didn't go in that night that I wouldn't have woken up the next morning. Kind of started my whole journey back to, what's important.
Ryan fought to get himself out of the hospital bed and back to regular everyday life, though he says this battle was not an easy one.
I started this nutritional journey, and yes, I listened to my doctors. Yes, I was on chemo. Yes, I did take medications, so it kills you, but it's also killing cancer cells. Through all that, I met an awesome nutritionist, was able to get my weight back up.
An important part of Ryan's life is his passion for wrestling and martial arts, where he has found a second family. Not only were they able to offer him love, but the support he needed as well.
I'm a wrestling coach. I'm the vice president for Plymouth Youth Wrestling, and I also train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Daniel Gracie. Those are two huge families besides my own biological family that were all part of this kind of resurgence with me. Through this, focusing on my training, and I tell people all the time, wrestling cured cancer.
In his battles, Ryan says motivation was important for him, as it gave him a reason to not give up. Ryan's children and father gave him the shove he needed to keep going.
So I have an 18-year-old stepdaughter, and then I have my 2 biological sons, Kevin and Connor. I can actually add another layer to this because when I was 26 years old, I lost my father to ALS. And it was 18 months from diagnosis to death. And through that whole time, this guy kept a smile on his face. He was totally cool, even up to the point where he couldn't speak. but he had the best attitude, and that was a huge motivator for me.
Ryan's story is nothing short of unique. As he continues to build himself to what he once was, he offers advice to those going through a tough or similar time to his.
Family and community is everything, and don't be afraid to ask for help. I was one of those guys that was like, no, I'll do it myself, and then it got to the point where it's like, you can't do this by yourself. You need people around you, and I had an army of people around me. Like, I didn't even know that many people cared, you know. And that's important. That's important for anybody. So even if somebody's saying they don't want help, they want help. They're just too prideful, like this guy, to ask for it, you know. So you're gonna get it one way or the other.
Ryan Williams is evidence that your average guy can be something extraordinary. As Ryan trains to fight professionally next summer, we wish him all the best luck in the near and far future. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Logan Kavicki.
More than a decade of serving America's hometown fresh and healthy options, Vela Juice Bar is expanding to South Plymouth.
Locals say it's both the food and customer service that keep them coming back.
From the waterfront, at the corner of Chilton and Court Street, Vela Juice Bar has been blending up smoothies and more since 2014.
As I would go to cities like New York, Phoenix, Miami, I would seek out juice bars. This was over 11 years ago, so juice bars really weren't that popular yet. And I absolutely fell in love with the concept.
Seeing an opportunity to fill a void, owner Anna Walsh decided to give it a shot.
I took a leap of faith and said to myself, you know something, my community where I live really could use a juice bar. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. My boyfriend, now husband at the time, helped build out the space. And it's been so rewarding in the sense of being able to create something special in my community, but become part of the community and always give back to the community.
Known mainly for their homemade peanut butter and fresh food, like acai bowls, juices, and smoothies, the friendly environment and emphasis on customer service and treatment of their employees can't go unmentioned. Vela has received the Best Places to Work award 2 years in a row. South alum Kimberly O'Brien says she's so happy being part of the team.
Whenever my alarm goes off in the morning, I don't feel like that miserable, I have to go to work feeling, which I love. I was a competitive cheerleader for 14 years, so team working, feeling like I'm part of a team is huge for me. We play great music, the vibes are high, we're done at 3:30, which is so amazing. I have to say that the energy that Anna's curated here is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. It's so positive, it's really, really, really hard to be sad during a shift at Vela.
While the grab-and-go business model has been a success through the years, Walsh wants the customer experience to still feel special.
Making the customer experience feel special and community-centric, so remembering regulars' names, having that atmosphere where they would see the open kitchen concept, see their food being made in front of them, and then also having that opportunity to talk with the crew. I always encourage crew members to, get to know our customers beyond their names, where they work, about their grandkids, when they vacation, and it's really become such a special place of going beyond the food.
Now, after more than 10 years downtown, Vela is growing.
I'm really excited about Cedarville to open for a lot of reasons. Its location, it's closer to Cape Cod, so we can reach more of our demographic down there as well. It's right off the highway, super easy to get to, and there's also going to be indoor seating, which is different from here, and I think it'll just be a really good upgrade.
Vela, America's hometown juice bar, shows the true meaning of Plymouth through good choices in food and amazing customer service.
Just on Court Street in North Plymouth, we find another local restaurant that takes pride in making its customers feel right at home. Let's check out 3A Cafe.
The smell of freshly brewed coffee and the early morning rush fills 3A Cafe each morning. Nestled on Court Street in the heart of North Plymouth, the restaurant has been a local staple for more than 2 decades.
It's a Greek and American cuisine. Breakfast is huge here. We do a lot of breakfast. We do a lot of catering. Also, we do catering for lunch and dinner. And we do everything. Do pasta sometimes on a special. Just something different than we have on the menu.
Ricardo Jardim started here as a cook for the restaurant's first 2 owners before he found himself with an opportunity to buy the cafe and take over as head chef.
I came from Brazil, and for right now, for this time, we lived like most of the time in here. I grew up in the business, and then we loved here when we came, and then here we are. We came to Plymouth because we had a friend live here. They give us support.
What started off as a small cafe has grown into more than just a place to eat. It's become a community with loyal regulars and friendly newcomers.
There's definitely a family community. A lot of good regulars that I've been waiting on for 23 years still come in today. A lot of help. We have a great staff, good teamwork.
For Ricardo, the most important part of running a restaurant is to make sure that everyone feels at home.
Favorite part of the business owners is to come here every day and to see the face, everyone here. We have all the regulars and say hi to everyone. And then sometimes when we don't see for a few days or week, and then we worry about it.
If you haven't had the chance, check them out on Instagram at 3A Cafe or in person. They are open 7 days a week for breakfast and lunch, starting at 6 a.m. on weekdays and 7 a.m. on weekends.
6, 7.
Very funny. But really, what do those numbers mean?
Some say it started with basketball, but others say baseball.
Either way, it has turned into something much more. Here's Chloe Bean with the story.
It seems you can't walk the hallways these days without hearing 2 very distinct numbers.
6, 7.
Exactly, but what does it mean?
From the classroom to the football fields, teens are using the phrase 6-7 everywhere. But what does it mean?
I don't really know what it means. I just feel like it's just something people say a lot nowadays, but I don't really know what it means.
It started because of LaMelo Ball, and then the basketball kid was like really corny, and he had fluffy hair, and he was like 6'7".
While some teachers get annoyed, others are playing into the joke in their classrooms.
Oh, I embrace 6'7" fully. I will use it as often as I can.
While a teacher telling a class to do 6 or 7 problems or open their book to page 67, kids have been cracking up this year. Some are starting to feel the meme has run its course.
6-7 seems to be my go-to for a number of examples or sentences or minutes that we're doing something in class, and I catch myself and I try to suck it back in because I don't want to say 6-7.
It depends. Like sometimes people just say it and like it's overused, but then sometimes like they're in class and it's just like you see 6-7 on the board and it's 6-7, and that's funny.
I guess we learned nothing, but it doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Chloe Bean.
6-7.
6-7. 6-7. 6-7.
6-7.
6-7.
6-7.
6-7.
6-7. Here at Plymouth South, we strive to be an inclusive space for all students. Our unified program is just one example of the many communities we have, and the opportunities continue to grow.
Here's reporter Bella Balasai with their story.
South students, unified sports are a chance to get involved and make new friends, and this year, our school is adding a new opportunity. Each year, fans pack the stands for the Mega Bowl, a celebration of both the Plymouth Unified basketball teams. While this was the first unified sport to take off here, the programs here keep growing.
I really like being a part of Unified because you get to spend a lot of time with different people that you haven't, like, in school, you don't really have classes with a lot of Unified people, and it's pretty different, and I like spending a lot of time with them.
From learning new skills to making new friends, the Unified program is just one way students can get involved in all aspects of school. Recently, our program has grown with a new student-run club, the Unified Dance Club.
When I came to Plymouth South, I saw a need for another Unified program, and I thought dance would be a great way to add another program so then anybody could really join, no matter your skill set. Because it's all pretty easy and basic moves, so that anybody can do no matter your skill level or your ability.
This new club is open to all students of all skill levels, not just to learn new moves, but to also just have fun.
Anybody's out there that wants to start dancing, but they feel like something's holding them back from being the best version of themselves, you should just come to Unified. Everybody gets the chance to dance.
As a club, Unified Dance will meet all year long. Attendance has been low to start, as it coincides with the Unified basketball season, but students are hoping to get more involved throughout the year.
I didn't know we were having one, but, I'll probably attend if I can make it. And it'll probably be fun, dancing with all of them.
When the basketball season is over, you can be assured these students have the moves to bring to Unified Dance as well.
I think it was like a really cool concept that they introduced this year.
Although I'm not a dance person myself, unfortunately, I think it's pretty good that they're adding more unified stuff.
If you have any interest in joining the Unified Dance Club, please contact Ashlyn Lopes or Miss Dizell. Also, please make sure to support our Unified team at the pep rally tomorrow as they will receive their first ever Special Olympics award for Plymouth South. Reporting for Panther TV, I'm Bella Belisai.
That's our time for today. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great day, Plymouth South.